Pour the brothers bond.
Being around you drives me nuts.
Is the pug snoring?
Not being around you drives me nuts.
Grab your wine glass and sit with your sweetie. Time to listen to Ash and the titular PD. Drunk
Like I got a traveler in me.
need to feed on blood like I'm addicted to type B. It's not a typo, I'm type A on the flow. Ties a hype beast, put a chain on the dough. Roll up the vervain, roll Spain in the cup. Turn my humanity off, not giving up.
Heck,
Other side sucking people up like twisters.
Bonnie's the anchor.
Jeremy's gonna miss her. The bro swap places Rick's back in the mix.
What's gonna happen on Vampire Diaries season 6?
How is the summer almost over? And yet, I feel like I got nothing done.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a superfan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular PD. Let's just say I put the PD in Vampire. But please call me Pete, and I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello, Pete.
No flubs.
No flubs. I know you did it. That was like the first time in a while that you got through it.
I set my intention. My, what's it called when you pronounce? My pronunciation intention. Mm-hmm. Ash, our sponsor.
Oh, I forget every time.
The language. You don't forget when you're cashing those checks.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Our sponsor, the language learning app, Vernacula. This is big news, Ash. Oh, just won the coveted Golden Download Award from App Crap Online magazine, the online application outlet that tells you the dirty details about downloadables. Vernacula brought the JPEG of the trophy to their homepage in the category of exponential growth, with some App Crap Online judges calling the way Vernacula is growing impressive, remarkable, and insidious. You ever have that thing where your friend group or your coworkers at your job get all obsessed about the same thing at once? Like fantasy football or the latest Taylor Swift album?
Yeah, for sure.
Vernacula is just like that, with studies showing that usually once a person is on the app, they convert those around them within a couple of nights. So succumb to the power of Vernacula with your free trial now, promo code PD.
Boo.
Ash.
Yes.
Another also real thing.
Okay.
We got a message. We got a direct message.
Oh, cool.
On Instagram. I don't want to put out their screen name or whatever, but let's call this listener V. Hello, V.
Hey, V.
All right. They said the guy who goes big on the OC is Danny.
Oh, Danny. Thank you.
And V laughs every time we talk about him because it's such a niche reference.
I feel like a lot of our references are probably that way.
And I said, that's what we're here for. Or that's what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
So thank you, V, for hitting the DMs.
I love that. Do it out all the time. It's so fun.
Danny. Yeah, this was also the person who was like, and now I'll get the ages wrong, but it's like Damon was 29 or whatever.
We're still wrong.
Yeah. Sorry, we don't retain anything. Next week I'll be like, that guy, what was his name who goes big?
Yeah.
Steve?
I just can't remember specific details like that.
Yeah. This is just very compartmentalized, and we get at the mic and we just go off.
We go off.
Yeah. But sometimes we don't forget. I mean, we don't remember anything about the show or anything.
No, but we can remember more about what happened in the 1990s and 2000s.
Yes. Yeah, the early aughts.
Yeah.
And the various guest stars on the OC. Mm-hmm. Including Stefan himself.
I was just truly thinking about the OC when I was upstairs because I was thinking about how our son is going to be approaching high school age. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to watch that show with him.
Yeah, he'll probably like it.
Yeah. I mean, he lives in California.
Yep. Ash, tonight we will be discussing Season 6, Episode 9. Season 6, Episode 9.
Oh.
And the title of this episode was I Alone. I Alone.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these have been song lyrics. That doesn't seem like a song lyric to me. I mean, title.
No. Also, it's
I alone.
I alone. I alone can do whatever.
Right. I mean, I know the phrase, like, I alone just means, like, me by myself.
Yeah. But Bonnie, she's by herself. Mm-hmm. Ty, he's in hot water.
Yeah, but I alone, I mean, it makes sense for Bonnie because she's by herself. She's alone.
And maybe it's anti-twin merging. I'm not going to merge. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be I alone.
I alone is a single for the American rock band Throwing Copper,
Oh.
1994.
Well, there you go. They're still on that track.
Okay, we'll have to look it up. I mean, like, listen to it later.
Okay, and you listeners can do the same.
I mean, maybe we'll recognize it if we hear it, but I don't know.
I don't know. All right, Ash Burr, cold open.
Burr.
Lark. A lark. That could be a beat. Burr. Shh. Burr. 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 Shh.
I feel like that is your beat.
Oh, that one?
The first one.
Yeah, Frankenstein's
Got a journal.
Wolfman's got a blog.
We're just
Vlog.
we're referencing it, but we didn't even know it.
Burr. Shh. All right. Lark is lighting candles. Joe is there. She walks in. It's going to be one of those nights. She had a bad day. They smooch. Alark hooked up to Thai food and wine. And unbeknownst to him, he's compelled to get the ascendant from her.
Right, by any means necessary, which, I mean, he's got a good plan.
Yeah. All right, and so that's intercut with Damon and Stefan talking about what previously must have went down, like this is the day after or something, and they know that Alark is compelled and probably what's going down. Mm-hmm. Alark is trying to get Joe drunk. She makes some joke about, like, where's your bottle of wine or something like that.
Yeah, he gives her a bottle of wine and she goes, where's yours?
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah, I like that.
Alark is joking about your dad loves me.
Yeah.
Because he met Joshua Parker in the last episode.
And Joe's like, what? How? He tried to kill me after he met you. Why do you think he loves you?
They do exposition about Alark meeting her dad at the creepy house and how Kai tried to kill the twins.
Do you think in the writer's room for the show, they're like, okay, what device will we use for the exposition? Because they always have it. Do you think they frame it that way, or they like think of it more of, well, we need Joe and Alaric to be together so he can get the thing. Maybe they can say it, or do you think they like come at it the reverse way?
Good question.
Am I making sense?
Yes, except as soon as you said in the writer's room something, I stopped paying attention to what your actual words were because I instantly started picturing the writer's room and thinking about what they might actually be doing.
Okay.
Which I don't know, but I wonder if they even had like a card for it, like expositions, like, oh, where we got to put it this week? You know? Like, is it going to be an intercut? Is it going to be a friggin'...
We're going to put it on Joe and Alaric.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to be the deliverer of the exposition?
Will it be in the cold open? Will it be after the title?
Yes, exactly.
Like the cold open could be something that we don't really know about, and it ends with a shock, and then we'll go straight into the exposition after the title.
Like, maybe they have those, like, title cards, and they have to put them in a certain order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
We don't know. Let us know.
How would you do it, Pete?
If I had to get some exposition out?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, something that's coming to mind, though, is we watched the movie Y2K, Kyle Mooney's movie, and his exposition was really funny. He had, like, the bad guys in it are these robots, and so he had these robots doing all this exposition, but in, like, a funky 2000s, like, silly way. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Like, if you can make something funny or dramatic, it's a easier pill to swallow. Which I think they were trying to do with, like, you brought the wine, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But, I mean, obviously we have, in every episode of this podcast, we're like, so-and-so, there's exposition, blah, blah, blah. So I just was like, I wonder if that is something that they have to specifically plan for, and how do they plan for it?
Yeah, and some episodes have more than others.
Right.
But they're definitely doing it here. All right. Jo betrayed her bro to get her freedom.
Mm-hmm. Which isn't that hard to do after he just killed your siblings.
Yes.
I mean.
Alaric is asking about the Ascendant. She has it. It makes her feel safe. And she obviously doesn't want anyone to have it or use it because Kai is in this prison on purpose.
Right. And if he gets out, then he'll try to merge with Jo and kill her.
Yes.
Which is what he was going to do back in 1994 after he killed the little twins.
Right, which does he know that he's going to steal her magic first? Because, like, it'd be funny if he tried to merge with her and then he just died.
Like she was stronger.
She enveloped him, but he's gonna steal her magic first, potentially. It's probably his game.
Well, yeah, that's all he can do, really.
All right. It used to be under her pillow, but now it's in her underwear drawer, Ash, next to some jazz cigarettes.
What did she call it for real? Her pot?
Her pot, yeah.
Yeah.
Which maybe she was talking about some aloe or, in a little pot or...
yeah, that's what people keep in their underwear drawer.
Or a cactus. Mm-hmm. Some cacti.
There's a pot for plants to grow in.
What is this? A pot for plants? All right. She's always hungry, not because of the marijuana.
The ganj.
But because she's a vegetarian. I thought that was a funny joke.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm not a vegetarian, but every time I eat a salad, I'm freaking starving. And 1 hour later.
Mm-hmm. Alaric is going to be real mad at Damon later. I think that's Damon and Stefan talking like, man, Alaric's going to be mad that you did that.
Right, that you compelled him, and he's your friend, like he should trust you.
Then Alaric walks in and meets the bros. He has the Ascendant, and then Damon compels him again, go home, be a good boyfriend, forget this ever happened. Mm-hmm. So Damon's just compelling. He's in sort of a mean streak lately.
Well, I think he's got different motivation. Like, he wants to, help Bonnie because she risked her life for him. So he wants to, pay that back. Mm-hmm. But he also wants to get Elena's best friend back because that's, good in her eyes.
Yeah.
And then possibly with Bonnie's magic, she could help Elena get her memories back, which Damon alludes to later. Mm-hmm. So he's got a lot of reasons on why he wants Bonnie back, and he's basically just doing anything he can with and hurting other people in the way.
By any means necessary.
Correct. That's the phrase.
Jeremy and Elena are on a run. Mm-hmm. Jeremy is doing a dry Jereminuary.
Well, because he had a very wet 6 months or whatever.
Yes. He canceled Bonnie's cell phone, and he's ready to move on.
And then Elena's like, well, what about that?
Yes. Damon lied to Jeremy, and...
Bonnie's alive.
Bonnie's alive. They need to go back in time, or sideways to a time prison to get Bonnie back.
The old time prison.
And Jeremy's like, oh, yeah, that's really going to work.
Right. I mean, he's right. It's like he's watched the show.
Yeah.
And then the last second, something's going to go wrong.
That is true, but then at the last millisecond, it all goes right.
But sometimes there are consequences.
Yeah.
Like Bonnie would tell us.
Yes. Ty and Liv and Matt. Isn't it Super Bowl Liv?
What do you mean Super Bowl? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
This Super
LIV.
Bowl is Super Bowl Liv. I wonder if she's going to be there.
Her character?
Mm-hmm. And Luke. Ty, Liv, and Matt are at Ty's big-ass mansion. They do exposition about Liv merging with Luke. Ty is going to find a way to save her. They smooch as well, Ash. Alaric and Joe.
They do. Ty's yawning.
Ty and Liv. Matt is talking to Sarah.
Sarah Salvatore.
In quotation marks. She is her dad is Zach Salvatore. Elena bit her earlier. She talks about Tripp being killed and says this town is weird after hearing that twin merging argument.
Right. Yeah, she's just learning more and more about the magical stuff in Mystic Falls and being like, this is weirder than I thought.
And now she wants to meet her kinfolk, the bros.
But Damon is busy going to the spirit world. Spirit world prison. So it's gotta be Stefan.
Damon and Elena.
You need a sip of water.
I have decaf coffee.
Get it together.
I'm trying. Hey.
I do the same thing.
The next 10 minutes will just be face noises.
And then face noises also just talking.
Yeah, the whole thing is face noises, I guess.
Where's our pug?
She's on the couch. Outside of the studio. Damon and Elena are going to meet up with Matt. And they talk about Caroline being into Stefan. Caroline's not in this episode. Liv is at the Gilbert grave. Blood from a Bennett. Lucy. Lucy Bennett.
And the Ascendant.
They got the Ascendant. And they're surprised that Joe gave it up because it's the only thing locking Kai in his prison. And if he gets out, he'll come after Joe, like we said.
Right. And Damon is so bad at lying, but people believe him all the time. He's like, oh, well, yes, of course. It's like, well, obviously you're lying.
Yeah, it's like he didn't even try with that one. Liv is all
But they do it anyways.
Liv is all like, drink my blood and I'll bring you back. You have 8 hours to find Bonnie. They do the Ascendant magic. It sends Damon and Elena back to 1994. And back in 1994, Elena's parents were still alive.
Right.
But no one is in this prison.
They're not in a prison world. But the reason why she says that is because when she transports time or whatever, she's still in the cemetery, but her parents' gravestone is gone.
Oh.
It was there in the current time, and then when she goes back to 1994, it's not there.
Nice. They had to move those graves. And Damon says to be careful about Kai, the pork rind munching freak.
Call back.
All right, so Kai is apparently in the present.
Right, this is a shock because all of a sudden we just see him in the back of a cab or whatever. And at first you have to think did he find someone else in this prison world to drive him around?
Yes.
Did you have that thought? Because you're like, wait, what? It definitely gets you confused at first.
Yes, but then he was talking about skinny jeans
And big phones.
And so I was like, oh, he's in the present. And then
He has AirPod headphones later.
yeah, and so he, stranded Bonnie in Portland, Maine, we find out. I had thought it was Portland, Oregoni.
Oh, wait. I thought it is Oregon.
She can't drive from Oregon in 8 hours?
No, but wasn't she already traveling because she'd hotwired a car?
Oh. Well, she went through Indiana, so yeah, I guess she was.
Yeah, it is Oregon. Because then they talk about, in the previous episodes, the Gemini Coven is in Oregon.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, oh, they flipped it on us. We thought it was Oregon, but it was actually Maine. That's how she can get down to Virginia in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Which actually she wouldn't be able to. Well, maybe if the roads, there was no one else there, which there wouldn't be.
Right.
Then she could really, hoof it down there.
Yeah, but she calls him like a payphone, so like, and you can imagine that she had already been traveling for some time.
True. Okay, and yeah, she went through Indiana, so that would be a bad way to go.
That would not make any sense at all. From Portland, Maine to Indiana to Virginia.
That sounds like the worst road trip.
Yeah, it's bad.
Portland, Maine is cool though, but
It is cool.
So yeah, he strangles the driver with the iPhone headphones, and he's at Whitmore College in the present.
Yikes. And then you're like, wait. And then you immediately like put it together though. You're like, he got out on his own with the other son and Bonnie's blood. You said that while we were watching.
Yes. Well, yeah, he stabbed her and then left her at the end of the last episode. So
And he had said like previously, I've seen you do the spell a few times, so he like knew the spell. And he had her magic that he stole from her.
Elena and Damon are looking for Bonnie at the Bros Mansion in 1994. Elena sees blood on a pillow.
Yeah, which is like, there's blood all the time and wherever they are in their worlds, but I can see how this one would be a little bit more unnerving.
She is scared that it's Bonnie's blood. Damon is going to page Kai.
And they have to explain what a pager is and how it works.
Yeah, Elena says she knows what a pager is, but
then she's like, so how does that work?
and so they paged Kai's pager, but Bonnie just has his pager, I guess.
Yeah, that happened in the last episode.
Yeah, because it was something weird upside down or something.
Yeah, I lied.
Matt and Sarah are at some diner, not the Grilly.
Right, because they can't go into Mystic Falls.
Enzo walks in. They are waiting for Stefan. Enzo is kind of hitting on Sarah, I guess. Stefan comes in. Stefan doesn't know who Sarah is, but she's Zach Salvatore's daughter. Zach Salvatore and Gail.
All right.
Back at the Bros Mansion in the past, there's a photo of Zach and Gail and Stefan. It's sort of a little connection moment between the previous scene and the current scene.
Right.
Even though they're different time periods.
Right. That's true. And different places.
Elena has a high 8 view cam.
I know. You're like, hold on. What do you know about that?
Not much. Just, 8 millimeter video footage, Super 8, High 8.
Ever used one before?
Small tapes. Not that great a quality. Handy screen where you can see what you're recording.
It's true.
Damon recorded on it. It's his own personal hell. He's saying on it, like he did a video journal.
I know. I wish she had said video diary though, because they don't use diary as much as they should in this show.
No, yeah, they always call it journal. In fact,
Yes, they need to say diary. They should have said it's your vampire diary, Damon.
Damon, you were doing a vampire diary here. Yeah, I mean, if they just call the show the Vampire Journals.
No, diary sounds better.
The Vampire Journals would be the podcast.
No, the vampire journal.
The Vampire Journal sounds sinister.
It's like hurts your mouth.
Damon quips that was his audition tape for Real World London. That's probably the season back then.
Yeah, that's a good joke. Good ref.
All right, he was stuck here with Bonnie, and he's trying to say why
It was his personal hell.
Why it was his personal hell, yeah.
Even though that's a lie.
Yes.
I mean, like, him and Bonnie obviously got on each other's nerves, but they bonded and needed each other.
Yep. Bonnie calls. Phone rings. Yeah, she's coming back to Mystic Falls. She hotwired a car. She's in Indiana. 7 hours. And we both said,
Yeah, yes.
can't they meet her halfway? Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe, does it have to do with the eclipse? It doesn't have to do with the eclipse because they're just getting pulled back by Liv.
Right. If they were doing it the Bonnie way, and Bonnie did the spell and her blood and the moon, then yes, they would have to happen in Mystic Falls. But Liv said, "I'll just link you to me. Give this to Bonnie. She'll drink it too. And I'll just pull you back." They should have met halfway. They would have been done in 3 hours instead of 7 or whatever.
Yeah. Would it have worked out that they would have just be driving and then still get sucked back, maybe? We don't know.
Possibly, but yeah, I mean, they didn't even talk about it. They should have been like, "Should we meet halfway?" Like they didn't even. They could have had at least a conversation.
Right. Nah, we'll wait.
We'll wait here and hang out and spend time together alone.
They do wonder if Kai has gotten out, which he has. Mm-hmm. Liv is bartending at that weird college bar that's in their dorm or something. Kai walks in and orders a Zima. Mm-hmm. And she thinks he's joking, and he makes the joke that her name is Liv, and that's ironic.
Yeah, he'd make that joke to himself.
Yes. And it's ironic because of the Super Bowl, of course.
Yeah, not the fact that he's going to kill her.
Yeah. And Joe storms in on a lark, asks where the Ascendant is. He really has no idea.
Right, because he has no memory because he was compelled.
And she asks, okay, well then did you tell Damon where it is? No. And she figures out that he was compelled by Damon.
Right.
Which Alaric isn't rolling with the vervain.
I know, he should. He should know better. But
He just trusts his friend.
I mean, he also should trust his friend, but knowing everything they've been through, there could be some other vampire, you know what I mean?
Right.
Enzo, at least, that people are sketchy of, that you could be like, no, I want to have my vervain. But, yeah, so Joe wants to take him over the border of Mystic Falls because that'll take away his compulsion.
Yes.
If he's compelled. Or she's like, or he will be your true friend or whatever. Like, you'll either know if he's your friend or not.
Yes. Damon and Elena are just absolutely wasting time while Bonnie
It's just
drives.
driving as fast as she can.
Pancakes with blueberries and whipped cream fangs.
So cute.
They're listening to Hey Jealousy, you said by the Gin Blossoms.
I'm pretty sure.
Elena sees the newspaper article about Kai and Joe. And
And in the newspaper article, they have a picture of Joe, not a picture of the girl who played Joe at that age. Did you notice that?
no.
Remember, because she was played by a different actor
Yeah.
in the flashback, but the picture is just of Joe now, but, like, looks a little younger.
Whoa. Crazy.
Crazy.
They couldn't get the photo dub back.
No.
And, okay. Why did she give you the Ascendant? Elena asked Damon, or somebody asked Damon, and Damon has to come clean. He compelled Alaric and stole it. Elena's mad, but he's trying to get Bonnie back. And Elena's like, getting her back so I could see that you're a great guy and then fall in love with you. That's kind of a reach.
Yeah.
But it's kind of true.
She's kind of making it about herself.
Yeah.
Which, you know, in what she's been told about Damon, that makes sense that she would think that. But he has other reasons. But he has been playing it cool that he cares about Bonnie. He's like, oh no, worst time of my life. Oh, we were arguing all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
You might say he's his own worst enemy sometimes.
A lot of the time.
Stefan is talking to Sarah, and Enzo is translating to Matt because Enzo can hear what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Sarah's telling Stefan her story, and Stefan's like, "Oh, let's have a family tradition and get milkshakes." And it's a ruse to make Enzo not able to hear.
Right.
Stefan knows she's lying. They get up and walk out. They ditch Matt and Enzo. All right. Kai is talking to Liv at the bar. He signed up for Twitter, Ash. Mm-hmm. He's Cobra Kai 1972, which I wonder if they really had to get that tweet name.
It's a good name.
Yeah, he's dropping hints that his name is Kai.
Mm-hmm. And he was from 1972, and he likes Zima and all this stuff.
He calls a tweet a Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And he said that celebs say stupid things on there. Not much has changed.
I remember, though, that once celebrities got to be on social media, like, that was so different and unique.
Yeah.
At first, we were like, we're just talking to the friends we go to college with on social media. And then we were like, what? The most famous person that I love is posting their own pictures and words, and I can see them, like, all the time.
Yeah, Kutcher. Kutcher was early in the game. Kutchner. Yeah, simpler times before everyone had to do all that.
Yeah. It was better then.
Yeah, Facebook for all the young people used to be strictly a college website. You had to have a .edu from a university, and it started like just wherever Zuckerberg went, Harvard or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then it went to a couple more schools and a couple more schools. And for a while, it was only college kids.
Yeah.
And then now it's only old people who are very confused by AI photographs.
Yes, and how the internet works.
Yes, and if someone screenshots a quote from Instagram, it now is the truth.
Right. Sad state of affairs, and that's just a tiny piece.
Yep.
But
early Twitter
was, I never did Twitter, but even just early celebs on social media was exciting. I agree with Kai.
Yeah, you could really tweet at like some author or something, and they'd just be like, "Hey, how's this work? Oh, what's up? Cool."
Yeah, it was new. We were all new at it at the same time.
Yep. All right, he wants to order some liquor.
Because he wants to show his ID.
Yeah. He looks 19, but he's closer to like mid-40s, I guess, or 50 almost.
Yeah, we counted it before we figured out.
Oh, he's 40.
I think that, 40.
Him and Joe are 40. 1972, nice try. She thinks it's a fake ID, but she doesn't even look at his name and address, but it's obviously her older brother.
Mm-hmm. Malachi Parker.
Joshua Parker. He grabs her arm and starts taking her magic. She stabs him and runs away, but now he has her magic.
Mm-hmm. Then he starts magically closing doors and walking around to chase her.
Their dad erased Joshua Parker, erased all knowledge of him, pictures, etc. He talks about the hide-and-seek scene that we saw when she was 4, and then Ty
says she's bad at hide-and-seek.
Then Ty runs in and pushes Kai off the balcony that's in this weird bar.
So then they can get away.
Yeah. Enzo and Matt are wondering why Stefan and Sarah left. Enzo does exposition about why he hates Stefan. He's basically kind of just jealous. Mm-hmm. Stefan gets to rip and do all this stuff, but he's a hero, and Enzo is seen as a villain.
Right, and also, he doesn't say this, but Caroline liked Stefan, and Enzo liked Caroline.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So there's that in there. But, yes, this part of Enzo is more annoying than other things he does, in my opinion, because he's just like, tell me what you said. Like, he's just trying to be so, like, whiny and gossipy, and it's like, you don't need to know. Like, it's not a big deal. You don't need to know. Like,
right.
Leave me alone. He's like, no, tell me. I know that happens a little bit later, but
his end game is going to be to have info on Stefan, and he could go kill this real Sarah, which we'll get to. Mm-hmm. But that's stupid too. That's mean.
It's just like,
Like, no wonder you're the villain. You're gonna go kill this
doing
kid that
villainous
has
things.
nothing to do with anything.
And also, you'd kill this other kid.
Yes. Mm-hmm. This one, Monique. We learned
Yeah.
her name is Monique.
But Enzo's whole game here is really lame, I feel like.
Yeah. Stefan is driving. Sarah doesn't believe her because the real Sarah is an art major at Duke. Mm-hmm. She has a .edu there. Adopted out of the hospital by a great family.
Right.
Stefan knows all this. He hooked it up.
I like that, though. That's just another example of how Stefan is a good guy. He's been taking care of her whole life, making sure she's safe. Even kept it a secret from from Damon, which is, I guess, a little bit controversial not to tell your brother. Just let him think that he killed this pregnant woman and the baby.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to put it together. But the mom and Gail and Zach are dead for real.
Yeah. Well, Zach lived longer, but
Oh, yeah, right.
Gail died. But
And Sarah's just like Elena's age, basically.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Elena was 2 when in 1994. Damon says in this episode, and he also killed Gail in 1994. So Sarah must be 2 years younger than Elena. I did math.
Nice. Elena's back at her house in 1994. Damon remembers May 1994. People died. He feels guilty about it. He thought that he was sent to this hell for that reason.
Yeah, now he's being honest with Elena. Ish. I mean, not giving all the details, but yeah.
Bonnie had hope for them, though. She's the reason he survived and made it out. They became friends. I'm doing this for Bonnie, not you, Elena.
Take that.
But he is also doing it for Elena.
Of course.
Elena burned down the house. Has bad memories there. Had a bunch of good memories, but now has the one bad memory of burning down the house.
Yeah, well, the reason she burned down the house was because Jeremy was dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I think her bad memory, she's saying the bad memory was that Jeremy was dead, and so that's why she burned down the house.
Right.
She regrets it.
Elena is sorry she compelled away her memories with Damon. They were only half hers. They were half Damon's also. Mm-hmm. But Damon has all of his.
But
so
Damon can still remember his.
the math doesn't really... More like they were
All
a
hers.
quarter his. If it's 4 quarters, he's got 2 of them. She's got 0, actually.
Yeah, wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Her thing didn't make sense.
I mean, it was like a sweet sentiment,
yeah.
but it doesn't make sense. No. But we still get it.
He touches her face, and it seems like she remembers something, but actually, no, they just get sucked back to the present.
Yeah. I know it does. It tricks you. You're like, and you're like, wait, no.
Yeah, Ty and Liv tell them Kai is back. Bonnie was on her way to meet them. Mm-hmm. And so Elena's like, send me back. But then she goes over the border and gets burned by the Mystic Falls border. Mm-hmm. Monique met Sarah at sleepaway camp.
I already forgot that part.
She wanted to find Sarah's family and pretend she was her. Stefan, like you said, kept Sarah secret from Damon. Mm-hmm. And then, so this is kind of like the Spider-Man whole thing where people find out who his people are. Mm-hmm. Is it Spider-Man? And kind of Batman. Kind of everybody. Once you find out who a superhero's people are, the villains always go after them. Mm-hmm. So that's why Stefan didn't want anyone to know about Sarah.
Right. Just so no one knows that she exists, so then she'll be safe.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it turns out to be true, but also pretty, like, narcissistic of him to think that he was going to have all these enemies, but hey, he does.
But it's true.
There's a thread now. Someone who knows her other than me. But take off your vervain so I can compel you so at least Monique doesn't know about Sarah.
Right. Which I think is a great idea for Stefan because other vamps would have just been like, and now I will snap your neck. Mm-hmm. Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. And then she dies really soon after that. Mm-hmm. He compels her not to know Sarah. Car drives up. It's Matt. Enzo wants the story. Yeah, he's kind of whiny. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so whiny.
He's going to kill Monique if Stefan doesn't tell him what's up. And Stefan doesn't, so he kills her.
Right. And then Matt gets so mad at Stefan.
Yeah. Matt is, he's changing.
He's changing.
It seems like he's been reading too many celebrity tweets.
Yeah, story arc for Matt.
Yeah, he's tripping.
Right, exactly.
He's tripped and fell down a rabbit hole of hating vampires. Mm-hmm. Bonnie is going to get to the house, and Elena and Damon will be gone.
So sad.
They'll try again. Kai is there and has magic and breaks the Ascendant. Damon tries to fight him. Kai sets the Ascendant on fire. I said Elena's arm is on fire for so long.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Is she going to have scar arms or what?
No, she heals. She's a vampire.
Oh, okay. She's not going to have Freddy arms?
No.
For just one episode, she should have some Freddy arms.
I mean, she could have had Freddy arms for like a minute, but no, not an episode. She heals faster than that.
We should have seen that. Damon hits him over into the anti-magic border, like into Mystic Falls. Mm-hmm. So his magic must have worn out, I guess.
It stopped when he went in the anti-magic border.
Oh,
That's
because it's magic that he can suck off magic.
Siphoning it, but yeah, he had the reason Elena was on fire was because of a magical spell when he in Cyndia the
Phasmatos.
the Ascendant. So when he stepped over the border, his spell stopped, and that's why she stopped burning.
Okay.
But then they couldn't go after him.
Yeah.
But he's still a human. Like, he's not a vampire.
He says...
He didn't die already.
Yeah, he says there's a psycho loose in Mystic Falls, and no vampires can stop him. He is just a regular... Yeah, he's just a regular murderer.
Right, but he can't do magic over there.
Yeah. Okay. So any magic that he had got sucked off, basically.
Oh, my God.
That's the proper term. All right, Stefan puts Monique in the trunk, wants Matt to trust him, but Matt says Stefan is like Enzo. Mm-hmm. Human lives mean less to vampires. Mm-hmm. Matt says Tripp knew that, and he didn't, and I wrote even here that he's tripping.
Mm-hmm. And Matt's just walking around with a stank face now all the time. Like, he's just, like, so disgusted at everyone.
I know. He looks very tall, also. He looks taller than, like, Stefan. I don't know. Ty's probably short, though. Ty's always about the same height as these actresses.
Mm-hmm. Stefan and Damon aren't very tall either.
No. Yeah, Matt's arcing.
We saw a show recently that had an actor that was the same height as you in person, but them on TV, we were like, how tall is this guy? And then we looked up and we were like, oh, he's just as tall as you, but he looked so humongous.
Yeah, nobody wants this. The Adam Brody's brother, right?
Yes.
Adam Brody's brother looks like sort of a giant next to
everyone, Kristen Bell and Adam Brody.
Even Adam Brody. But he's like, it's 6'4", 6'5".
Right, we're like, oh, well, that's normal.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of tall actors.
No.
Because we look too goofy.
I guess so.
Jeremy is at the bros' mansion. He's drinking again.
Yeah, well, he poured a drink at least.
He gets a phone call. It's Elena. Bonnie's not with her. She was on her way, and then, let me guess, at the last second, something happened. Something went wrong. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Damon's fine. He also says, but she's right about all of that.
Jeremy was off the sauce, but wants to drink again. Mm-hmm. But then Matt says, "Don't do it. Become a hunter again and kill Enzo."
Yeah, Matt is like, "Let's kill vamps."
I said, "Go kill Kai."
Right. Yeah, that would be better for everybody.
What, that if you shoot Kai with a crossbow, he's gonna die too. Right?
With what? If
A
you,
crossbow.
yeah,
Yeah.
he would die.
Yeah.
Yeah, go shoot Kai. I agree.
It's harder to kill a vampire. Just go kill that human.
He's bad.
He's bad. I'm guessing that Pete dicting that he's gonna have a sort of Twilight Zone-esque
Who's he that you're talking about?
Kai. Twilight Zone-esque ending where it's a like divine retribution where he gets sent back to 1994. Like in Twilight Zone, it would be like, finally, I'm at a library with all the time in the world, no one around, in eternal time. Oh, but my glasses are broken. I can't read all these wonderful books.
Oh, so sad.
Something like that's going to happen to him. It's like, I'm in 1994 with no ascendant and also no pork rinds or something like
Yeah.
that. A little Dante's Inferno.
Like it was already bad, but now it'll be worse.
Yes.
Okay.
He'll be like, no. No.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to get straight up killed.
All right. What do you think's gonna happen with these twins?
All right, we're not. I was early Pete dicting.
Oh, sorry. I got excited about the Pete-dictions. We didn't even give fangs either, so my bad.
Alar confronts Damon about compelling him. He punches him. He's really mad. Kai
He punches him twice,
is out, but he's not our fault. Alar punches him again.
which is true. Kai got out all by himself.
Yeah, he can do bad all by himself.
I alone can get out.
I alone. Damon left Bonnie a note at the house, and that they'd be on the porch. She runs up. They're not there, and she's crying.
She's very sad. Because then she's like, I'm truly by myself.
Kai is drinking gin at Ty's house, breaks the bottle, holds it to Ty's throat. Kai wants to save Liv's life. I feel like making a deal with the devil. Mm-hmm. He asks Ty.
What do you think Ty will do?
I think he will have to make this deal at least for a minute. So he'll immediately get his throat slit. Is Ty... I don't know. All right. It'd be cool if Jeremy went hunter mode and killed Kai with a crossbow. Or it'd be like... It could be like Ty's like, I don't want to kill Kai, but I have to. Oh no, my hybrid gene. Or my latent werewolf gene or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But also, I already said Kai isn't going to die. He's going to get sent to 1994.
Right. But it would be at least fun, right? What you're saying to see Ty being willing to sacrifice his werewolf gene for Liv.
Yeah. I owed you one. Because it's like, you put this off by like 3 weeks.
Well, also because she killed that other guy or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She put it off by like 3 weeks.
Yes. Okay.
Man, it's so hard for Ty not to kill people.
Yeah, I know.
He's struggling.
How many fangs, Pete?
1.69.
All right. Well, I'll agree with that one.
Pretty good app.
So, yeah, more Pete-dictions. Tell us about the twins. That's still lingering. And then also Bonnie and Matt.
Yeah, Matt is going to be real mad. But he's going to come back around.
You think Jeremy would be like, yeah, let's go kill Enzo?
Maybe. I don't know.
He's not a fan of Enzo. That part we know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how all this will tie up in a little bow.
I'm clinking glasses here by accident.
Yeah. I don't know, really. There's a lot of stuff is up in the air. I think I already said some good stuff, though.
All
Kai.
right. Yeah, I hear you. All right.
I don't know. I mean...
We'll have to keep watching.
Yeah.
I can never tell.
No plugs except for the regular stuff. High Dive Publishing on Instagram. Check out my books.
Be good people, please.
Yeah, read books. Read long form articles.
Talk to real human beings and get to know them.
Yeah.
Be kind. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, that's the easiest rule.
Yep.
We can do it. Let's do it.